Shalom, I give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that taught us this word. I just wanted to get into more prophecy about, these job losses that is happening, you know, in America and all around the world, and how that was, prophesied in the scriptures. Um, I got this article out of Forbes.com. It was dated April 18th, 2020. It's entitled "One Chart Shows Coronavirus's Stunning Job Losses." So here in America, these jobs, are disappearing. People are losing their jobs, getting laid off, furloughed, left and right. And that was all prophesied in the scriptures. To the point to where no one's gonna have a job. You know, to the point to where you got to fend for yourself, or take that chip. You know, you're gonna have to replace this current money system, the digital currency. That microchip. That's all coming down the pipe. It says one chart shows coronavirus's stunning job losses. Um, the U.S. Department of Labor reported unemployment insurance claims for the week ending Saturday, April 11th, came in at 5.245 million, a decline of over 1.4 million from the prior week, but still the third highest weekly total ever recorded. The coronavirus has driven the 4-week total over 22 million. In the past 7 weeks of claims have been February 29th, 215,000, March 7th, 211, March 14th, 282,000, and that week of March 21st, it jumped up to 3 million claims. The next week, 6 million. And then up to April 11th, 5.25 million. Unfortunately, the job losses and unemployment claims probably won't fall to zero or even close to it next week, and above average claims will probably persist for the next few weeks and maybe even a month or two. The increase in unemployment rate and lost jobs will be dramatic. The survey for the Friday, May 8th unemployment report were taken the past week ending today, Saturday, April 18th. This means that the 4 weeks of elevated unemployment claims that have been reported and the one that will be published next Thursday for the week ending in April 18th will feed into the employment report. It looks as if there could be at least 20 million, if not 25 million, reported job losses in 3 weeks. Using the current 22 million as the number of lost jobs for the report, the unemployment rate could come in at 17%, which is 7% points higher than the Great Recession's worst month of 10%. Yes, the Great Recession had a 10%. This one is coming in at 17%. Unfortunately, since there are additional companies announcing layoffs pretty much every day, it is safe to assume that there could be millions more people unemployed in May. The graph below depicts 22 million jobs lost in April, with an additional 6 million in the following month, and no additional lost jobs in June. This could be an optimistic assumption if multiple states keep stay-at-home orders in place, or people are reluctant to do much besides what is necessary for their personal life, or even if the orders are lifted. Skipping down almost halfway to 47 million job losses estimated by the St. Louis Fed. In late March, Miguel Ferreira E. Castro, an economist at the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, did a back of the envelope estimate of what June's unemployment rate a number of layoffs could be due to the coronavirus, as reported by Sarah Hansen at Forbes.com. The blog postings show that there could be 47 million people let go, which would lead to an unemployment rate of 32%, higher than the Great Depression's worst rate of 24%. So yeah, man, the Most High is cutting down these jobs, closing up the streets, closing up these doors. Uh, like the report said, we can be up to 32% uh, unemployment. Like I said, all these scriptures, all these jobs are going to be lost, according to the scriptures. First scripture is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall raise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So yeah, it says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and we're seeing that. You walk down the streets, all these doors, all these businesses are shut, man. And when the sound of the grinding is low, the grinding is low, man. No one's working. Everybody's trying to get these unemployment benefits so they can feed their children, they can feed their families. Everybody's waiting on that stimulus check. If they keep giving people stimulus checks, then that's going to crash the economy even more. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. You ever seen that with the music industry? The music industry is pretty much trash. The entertainment industry is trash now. There's no content. All the sports have been shut down. But the next scripture is Luke 18:8, because it's gonna get so bad out here that everybody's gonna lose faith. These Christians are gonna toss out the Bible. Everybody's hell, even a lot of these Israelites, the guys that claim to be Israelites, they're gonna give up the faith, man, because they weren't rooted and settled, the proper way. They weren't brought up the right way in the truth. They weren't building up their faith the proper way, so they're gonna give up the faith. But it's gonna get so bad, people are gonna have to fend for themselves. Militia groups, people are taking up arms. They're gonna introduce that chip, just like in these movies that they put out, like the movie, what's it called, The Road. The movie The Road. It's gonna get like that. The apostles and elders are pushing that, this whole time, and now we're seeing it come to pass. But this is Luke 18:8, and I tell you that he will avenge him speed. Actually, let me start at verse 7. Luke 18:7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Yeah, that's what the elect is doing, asking how long, Lord, till this place goes down, to deliver, his men, hastening the day. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. And nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Because there ain't going to be a whole lot of faith, man, when the Lord comes back. Only the men of the Lord, really. 144,000, the elect, the 1/3, they're the only ones that are going to really keep that faith unto the very end, through the many trials and tribulations that those men are going to go through. They're going to keep that faith all the way up to the very end. But last scripture is Matthew 24:11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. When everybody loses their job, they don't have any ways to feed their kids, feed their families, and the love of many is going to wax cold, man. People are going to do what they have to do to survive out here. But if you're with the Lord, and you got that faith and you call upon Yahweh Shai Shai, He's gonna protect you in these days, man. But yeah, the grinding shall cease. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that prophecy come to pass right now, man. But just stay strong, stay rooted and settled, and just ride this thing out. Like in the scripture say, be still and know that the Most High is Yahweh. Be still. With that, shalom.